Welcome to Build to Last, the podcast where I, Eric of Maykus Homes and Neighborhoods, dive into the art of crafting not just homes, but entire neighborhoods and lasting relationships. Join me as we explore the heart and soul of building communities that stand the test of time. Welcome back to Built to Last. This is Eric Schwarze, your host of Maykus Podcast, on all things related to residential construction here in the North Texas area. Very fortunate to have with us today a very knowledgeable gentleman, Mr. Matt Eytcheson with Merged Windows and Doors. Matt, welcome to our show. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and about Merge.
Eric, thanks for having me today, sir. My name is Matt Eytcheson. I've been working in the window and door side of things for over 20 years now. I have a lovely wife, 4 daughters and 1 son, and just very passionate about the construction industry and the science elements that go into putting together a real systems approach, and windows and doors are just a small part of that.
Okay, they probably used to be a small part of that, but that's changed as designs have changed over the years a little bit, haven't it, Matt? You know, a lot of people may think of a window just fills a hole or a door just fills a hole, but why are they becoming more important in our industry?
Well, I think that in the past, windows were just a separate line item, a budget line item to any construction elements. But over the last 10 years, especially, they've really become a feature to how the overall project performs and the aesthetic design elements that are a part of the project.
And you've seen those change, no doubt, a lot in your time frame.
Yes, absolutely. Gone are the days of just square holes and square windows with grids or without grids. Now they really have become a feature, and I think it's really important to note that windows are something that we should look through and not really look at.
That's an excellent point, Matt. Excellent point. Now, whether it's me as a builder or you're dealing with a homeowner, what are some of the things that we should take into consideration when we're selecting a window package for our home?
Well, I think that proper layout and, in the architectural world, form follows function. So having a proper layout and how the homeowner is actually going to use the windows really play a pivotal role in how we lay out a house, as well as like a strategic, disciplined approach when it comes to, we all have budgets, that we have to conform to based on the homeowner's requests. And with that, we're taking in consideration specific colors and how they balance throughout the palette.
So, Matt, you mentioned budget, and I know it's something that you work very closely with our team at Maykus on, and that's value engineering, how to value engineer a project to get the best bang for our buck. Can you explain that process a little bit, please?
Maykus has trusted me, and in my 10 years with working with Maykus, I think one way that I really bring value in the value engineering aspect of the project is to work closely with the architect. So we get an initial design set and we go through a project review. And so with that project review, I'm going through each individual opening and determining whether or not it, one, passes code, and if there's other ways that we can manipulate some of the layout in order to add value to the project, as well as just be mindful of everyone's budgets.
That's excellent, Matt. And we certainly appreciate that. And you do a great job. Now, you mentioned city codes. Here in probably North Texas, we're not going to have like hurricane codes and things that you'll find on the coast. But what are some of the code requirements that you have to consider when you're designing a window package for a home?
I think the 3 main codes that come into effect whenever we're laying out a project is the egress, which means that all bedrooms that have closets in them or that can be perceived as a bedroom has to have a minimum clear opening in that. And so with that, it's going to drive how the layout is. Then you also have tempered glass that's included in all wet areas, stairwells, distance to floor, and distance to doors. And so sometimes we can move that window over a couple of inches or 6 inches in order to forego the tempering requirements. And those little $100 at a time certainly add up at the end of the job. So
And that tempering, that's a safety feature to keep people from getting cut if that piece of glass breaks, correct?
That is correct.
Excellent. Well, Matt, you've got us our windows. We've gone through the value engineering. We've got this beautiful package selected. How do we make sure they get in the house correctly?
Well, there again, with this long tenured approach that I've had the opportunity to be part of Maykus Homes, that you guys see the value in knowing once the window is installed and the facade goes on, if there were any inconsistencies or corrections that needed to be had, it's too late after the brick goes on. And so it becomes time sensitive to get those fixed, the homeowner dissatisfaction, as well as just the perception of whether or not we know what we're doing. So Maykus has taken the approach to partner with not only Merge, but as well as the manufacturers in the area. And we've taken a comprehensive approach in doing on-site installation programs. And so that's something that we take a lot of pride in at Merge, in order to just assure the customer that everything is going to be in proper working order.
Yeah, and I know, and we appreciate you guys coming out. I know our crews appreciate it because y'all bring food for them,
yes, sir.
to kind of entice them to get them
yes,
there
sir.
for those training programs. But we do that with some of our other vendors, and it really does help to ensure we deliver a quality product. Well, is a window a put in the house and forget thing, or is there some maintenance tips that perhaps our homeowners might keep in mind as they own these homes and take care of them down the road?
Well, I think along with anything else, that once you become the homeowner, there is certainly annual maintenance that needs to occur. With windows, for instance, it's just keeping the sashes cleaned out, keeping the tracks cleaned out of the sliding doors. That's where we tend to find just dirt, debris, dog hair, Cheerios at times, things like that. So with that, we go through a kind of a closing package with the homeowner, or communicate that downline to the builder on just proper procedures on just making sure that especially their sliding doors are going to be working for long years, years to come.
Well, Matt, we certainly appreciate you joining us today. It's really hard to condense down into 10 minutes all that we do to put together a package of windows for a home, but you did an excellent job in it. And we certainly appreciate the years that you've been with us, and we hope that it continues for the distant future.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Matt. And to all of you guys out there, our viewers and listeners, thank you for joining us on Built to Last, the Maykus podcast about new home construction in North Texas. If you'd like to learn more, see some of our homes under construction, please reach out to us at 817-308-1155, and we'd love to show you all around. Y'all guys take care and come see us next time.